What is up, you guys? Title says, you know, I actually got an Evo X spoiler, and I am currently cleaning it up right now. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. I basically picked up an Evo X spoiler up in Waco this last weekend, dropped it off on the way back to the guy. I have that painted my front bumper for the Z. He's painting the spoiler right now. I should get it here later today. But for the meantime, I have all the other like the interior parts and the plastic trim parts that I am cleaning up right now and applying back to black, like Meguiar's back to black, so the black looks good. And that's what I'm doing. And if you guys are curious what some of the parts of the spoiler look like, because I have no idea there's aluminum framing on the inside of it. I really didn't know. So. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So, all right, guys. See, I got all the trim pieces here. I'm basically gonna do back to black, the Meguiar stuff. I did it on this piece. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but this piece looks better than this. Even though these don't even look that bad. But if you guys ever like wanted to open up like an entire Evo X spoiler, so that's literally the frame of the entire Evo X spoiler, which I had no idea was sitting on the inside. I thought it was just literally ABS plastic, and just plastic cover. Honestly, that's what I thought. But I mean, that's good to know. Comparing it to, I guess, if you're gonna buy a rep Evo X spoiler, now you can see what the difference is. I'm assuming those Evo X rep spoilers are just straight fiberglass. So this has got an aluminum frame. I'm actually gonna wipe that down. They were all pretty dirty. The spoiler was originally red, but you know, phantom black, so I gotta match it up. We're gonna install it too in this video, and maybe debadge the back of the trunk. I don't know if I'm gonna do this all in one video, but we'll see what we get to. So I'm gonna apply some back to black stuff to this right now, and then we'll catch up. Alright guys, I finished the black trim stuff. I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I'm going to use to bolt that to that. Basically, what I normally see here, because here's the bracket, this is how it mounts to the car. Most people I've seen on YouTube just use these two bolts. I mean, there's really not a lot of videos of people installing these on their car except for people with regular Lancers. So I've only seen people use these two bolts and not this one, because it's pretty easy to line up the holes that are already indented on the inside of the trunk. Well, I'll show you guys that later. But for this hole, I'm actually gonna probably use a walnut, if it focuses, a walnut screw, just so it can sit in here. Actually, you know what? I need to probably pull one of these out and see if this fits through the hole. I was just guessing on that, what I was thinking to do with that. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. Obviously, here's all the screws and nuts and bolts that will reattach this to the rest of the wing. But I also got some of this. It's like a foam adhesive fabric. Not fabric. What is it called? Neoprene roll adhesive. Basically, it's just like a little cushion thing. Basically, I'm probably going to cut out the outline of the bottom of this and out of this roll, so it lays on there, so it's got something soft to lay against. Plus, also to keep it watertight around those new holes that I'm about to make. But you'll see the rest of that process when I start cutting it and then laying it down. Alright, I'm going to try to show you guys the holes that I'm going to be drilling. It's these two. You see, if you pop the trunk open, there's a hole, like a little indentation here. There's three of them. The Evo X stock spoiler, these two. So it's pretty easy to mark these out. If you want to even just measure the bracket itself and just double check, which I've already done. It's these two further holes. So I'm actually going to start drilling the holes and stuff like that, and get this all prepped and ready to go. Alright, I finished taping off the trunk. It's time to drill. You know, even though I have these pre-drilled holes, I am still nervous to drill into it. give you guys another closer look. So that's, like I was saying, those are 2 bolts. This one here is where I'm going to use a walnut. So I have one of these walnuts. I'm going to drill a hole out here, put this in the body, and then put a washer with the screw there, and that should work out perfectly. And then I'm good. I'm just going to leave it there. On the OEM, there's like plastic tabs, I don't know, or plastic pins. These ones that go into like a plastic retainer that goes here on the trunk, but I'm not going to do that. I think the 3 bolts should hold more than enough of what I'm trying to do. Honestly, I think 2 will work, but like I said, just for extra security, I'm going to just do the walnut right there. Perfect. Alright guys, everything is bolted on, looking good. Yeah. I think really I might have to cut these screws down or go get something else different for the walnut, because it's just a tad too long. Even though the trunk, hold on. So when you're looking at the underside, the bolt hole, this bolt hits about right here. And honestly, I can't really go too tight on it because I think it's going to end up pressing up against this and denting this on the inside, and I'd rather not dent it. I mean, I know nobody will really see it, but yeah, I don't really want to dent it, so I might have to go look for some smaller screws. I actually need to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get a different bolt because this isn't the correct bolt for this part of the wing. But I'm happy. It's everything's bolted up perfectly, and what I'm going to do next is cut out adhesives, the foam padding. So I'm actually going to put it on these 3 squares. Originally I was going to make a whole circle section, but I'm just going to put it on these 3 feet that sits against the body. Alright, so I finished adding these paddings. I cut it out, put them on. So now there's some padding in between the body and the car, and I think we're pretty much good to go. I'll probably take the tape off here in a second. Yeah, not in a second. I'll take the tape off. I do need to touch up the paint or around here, so you know, so it doesn't rust when it rains right there. I think with the padding it'll help keep it sealed, but you know, just in case, I gotta double check things like that. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm actually gonna go pick up the spoiler, or the the spoiler from paint. So the rest of it's pretty much ready to go. There's not much else I need to do besides touch up the holes with some, like a paint pen or something like that, and I think I just need to have a shorter screw for the walnut. Otherwise we're good to go. So I probably won't film much of this when I'm picking it up and stuff like that, but I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's on the car. Alright guys, I got the wing back. Looking pretty good. There's quite a bit of orange peel, more so than the OEM paint. So probably what I'm going to end up doing is wet sanding this down, cutting it and then polishing it out so it's smooth. I mean, there's little imperfections in the paint itself that wet sanding down should take care of. But I will definitely do that. And then luckily he was nice enough, my paint guy gave me the leftover paint. There's not a lot left, but enough for touch-ups. So I can actually touch up all these holes real quick and then we'll be good to go. I actually had to pick up the car, or not the car, I actually picked up this spoiler. I actually picked up the wing and actually mounted it on the car and drove it back. So it's been fine. I did take it back off, but I thought I'll throw it on the car and do a nice reveal when it's all done. So right now I'm gonna just touch up the paint real quick, let it dry, and then we'll close out the video. I think this video is getting pretty long, so I probably won't debadge it on this video, but maybe the next one. I also have H&R springs that I need to install, so those will probably either the next video or the video after. I don't know. So, oh yeah, before I forget, I did end up getting smaller screws from Lowe's. So I got these hex ones versus these ones. As you can see, it's a good size shorter. That way I don't have to worry about it hitting the underside of the trunk. Is that focusing? Focus? Oh, look at that color. Alright, all the holes are touched up, so I just gotta let this dry and then we'll throw the spoiler on and literally we are done. Yeah, I really advise you guys do this just so you don't rust out these spots, especially if your car sits outside a lot and it gets rained on. My Evo is going to sit in the garage a lot, so I really wasn't overly worried about it, but you know, just do it right the first time, then you don't have to worry about it later, you know? Alright, so since I'm waiting for the paint to dry and the spoiler, I'm actually going to take off the decals. What I'm thinking is I'm going to take off the Mitsu symbol and the Mitsubishi badge, but I'm going to leave the Evolution and MR still on there. I know I have that black one that I was going to stick here in the center, but I think I'll do that one later. I wanted to see what it looks like, just these two, and then I'll go from there. Actually, the plan is really I'll take off the Evolution badge itself too, so all the silver ones, and leave the MR only, and then put that black Evo 10. But yeah, I'm going to leave these two on there for now and see what I think. Maybe I'll change my mind while I'm in the middle of doing this. So, got some floss, heat gun. You know the drill about taking decals off. Finished with debadging it. Had to go to the store and get some more Goo Gone, but there's definitely some hazing around where the emblems were and stuff like that. But nothing a quick buff wouldn't get out. Once when I do the spoiler, I'll just hit that with that. I did pull out the emblem, but I think I'm gonna run it like this, like I said earlier, or just a minute ago, without emblems and just Evolution MR, like that for a little while, and then we're good. All right, I'm gonna throw the spoiler on and let's close out the video. All right, car's all done. Ooh, so happy I got the Evo 10 spoiler. It looks so good, and I'm happy I debadged it. I'm really liking no badges on there. Goodness. You know what all I need left is a carbon fiber gurney flap that goes on top of the Evo 10 spoiler, and the rear end is set. Yeah, I think I still want to take the Evolution badge off at some point. Probably just so I can put the black, because the silver, I want to get rid of the additional silver there, but having that all black Evolution 10 badge on the back will look really good. But I'm super happy with this. Alright guys, that will do it for today's video. Tell me again, like always, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.